Lorimer, case number 2020-6479 DM. All parties and attorneys could please state their name and appearance for the record, starting with the plaintiff's attorney, Mr. Colvin.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Jason Colvin for the plaintiff.
And I see Ms. Lorimer is here. Good morning, everyone. Today's the date and time set for a settlement conference. Due to the pandemic, the Supreme Court and Chief Judge have decided that we will be doing these matters by remote technology. The contents of this video may be the official record of a proceeding of the state of Michigan's 9th Judicial Circuit. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, or alteration of said content is strictly prohibited. As I stated, today's date and time set for a settlement conference. But it's my understanding there has been an agreement on all matters, and we can do a pro-con. There was a stipulation filed with regards to being able to do the pro-con. And but we don't have the paperwork here, and that's nobody's fault, Ms. Lorimer. It sounds like you guys worked hard, have an agreement. So what I'll do is I'll swear you in and take testimony. It means the divorce isn't final today. Once the paperwork goes through the friend of the court and the prosecutor's office, I'll sign it then. Should be within a week or so. Once everyone dots their I's and crosses their T's, then the divorce will be final, okay? So that way you don't have to come back. So with the stipulation, take proofs, Ms. Lorimer, if you'll raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your full name, spelling your first and last name for the record.
Michelle Renee Lorimer, MICHELLELORIMER.
Mr. Colvin, you may inquire.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Lorimer, do you recall signing the complaint for divorce?
Yes.
And when you signed that complaint, were all the statements true?
Yes.
And are they still true today?
Yes.
When you signed that complaint, were you a resident of Kalamazoo County for at least 10 days prior to the signing?
Yes.
And were you a resident of the state of Michigan for at least 180 days prior to that signing?
Yes.
In the complaint for divorce, you stated there'd been a breakdown in the marital relationship such that the objects of matrimony had been destroyed and there remained no reasonable likelihood the marriage could be preserved. Is that still true today?
Yes.
So if the judge were not to grant you a judgment of divorce, would you go on living as husband and wife?
If you were not, I'm confused.
If the judge today, when you received the judgment, would not grant you the judgment of divorce, would you and your husband go back together, live together, and go on living as husband and wife, or is the marriage destroyed?
The marriage is destroyed. No.
Okay. And in the settlement agreement you and your spouse signed, does it fairly and equitably divide all assets and debts between the two of you?
Yes.
And is that agreement regarding custody, parenting time, and the division of your assets in the best interest of your minor children?
Yes.
Okay. Are you currently pregnant?
No.
Okay. Can you state briefly for the court the reason that the marriage is broken down?
Unreconcilable differences between the two of us.
Okay. In the, again, the overall settlement agreement you stated was in the best interest of your minor children?
Yes.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Ma'am, is there anything else you want this court to be made aware of?
No.
And in its entirety, this agreement is in the best interest of the minor children and fair to both parties?
Yes.
Okay. I'll preserve your testimony. Like I said, I can't sign anything today, but I'll preserve it because your testimony shows me that there has been a breakdown of the marriage relationship to the extent that the objects of matrimony have been destroyed. There remains no reasonable likelihood the marriage can be preserved. I'll preserve the proofs. Once the paperwork comes in, we'll sign it and get it out to both of the attorneys. Any questions, ma'am?
No. Thank you.
Best of luck.